development of artificial intelligence, of all technologies ever probably, has the most implications for our understanding of the world because it raises very big questions as to what human beings really are. People are confused, and on top of that, there's a great deal of hype, some of which resembles science fiction. So for all of those reasons, seeing that increasingly people in general and Christians in particular are going to be faced with the question, what is a human being? What does it really mean to be made in the image of God? They're making progress not just in one area, but in every area simultaneously. So in the end, you're engulfed with competence. That's what Stephen Hawking said. The big problem with AI is going to be its competence.
You're Dr. John Lennox. You're a mathematician, a philosopher of science, and a Bible teacher. Why are you writing books, delivering talks, and agreeing to interviews like this about artificial intelligence?
I've always been interested in science as a mathematician, and particularly in science's reach. How much does it tell us? And the development of artificial intelligence, of all technologies ever probably, has the most implications for our understanding of the world because it raises very big questions as to what human beings really are. And as someone passionately committed to Scripture, this is an important question, and it's how I got into it. I commenced reading around, and very rapidly I saw that this needs to be taken very seriously. So I worked on it intensively for quite a long time and discovered that it's very important to get some sort of handle on what's going on, because there's a scary side to AI, there's a benign side, people are confused, and on top of that, there's a great deal of hype, some of which resembles science fiction. So for all of those reasons, seeing that increasingly people in general and Christians in particular are going to be faced with the question, what is a human being? What does it really mean to be made in the image of God? I decided I needed to get into this, and I've been in it pretty deeply for several years now. We pay a lot of money to people to draw up wills, conveyancing, contracts, some of them extremely complicated. And now just recently, a legal AI was put to the test with a very complex brief. And 16 judges or people at that level were asked to examine this. An AI system was asked to examine this. The judges got 60% of it right, the AI 96%. Then you have the medical profession, which is one of the really good sides of it, yes. Developing new medicines, working out all the proteins. I mean, nobody ever thought that it would be possible to predict the folding of proteins. Thomas Hasabi's got the Nobel Prize for solving the shapes of 200 million proteins. And they can be used to develop new medicines and all the rest of it. Diagnostics, now much better usually in all kinds of diseases than your local hospital. So it goes on and on and on. There's been an article that's been viewed, 40 million times in the last few weeks by Matt Schumer, who is a web developer, let's say. And he suddenly woke up to the fact that AI in 2026 was so advanced that he could go into his office and speak in English, dictate what he wanted as a web app, go away and come back in a few hours, and the AI had written thousands of lines of code. It had developed the app. It had tested the app, making decisions about what is really the best way to achieve the goal that has been set with this. And here's the finished product, tested and ready for operation. They're making progress not just in one area, but in every area simultaneously. So in the end, you're engulfed with competence. That's what Stephen Hawking said. The big problem with AI is going to be its competence. And think what a tool large language models have now given us for translating the Bible into new languages, reducing new languages into writing, translating the scriptures into those languages, and even down to the simple level of my own communication. I'm an English speaker. I speak German, I speak some French and some Russian, and that's where it ends, really. But I just did an interview for France, and I said, I'm not up to it in French. He said, it doesn't matter. We will produce this, and you will be seen speaking French in your voice. And AI will do that. And the opportunities are immense.